And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be continuing with part 3 of the 3.0 main scenario. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we just saw the Ice Queen. So, now let's talk to Ethereal and let's continue. So, the next quest is called Knights Be Not Proud. So, I can take Intelligence, Mind, or Piety. So, Lord Ethereal would rather not linger without cause. So, let's see. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come, after dragging heretics across miles of ice and snow, I would say you are due a few hours' rest to a warm fire. Nice. So let's talk to Redwald, who is back at Falcon's Nest. So let's do that now. And this is what I love about this game and the main scenario stuff. It's like a TV show. It's like a movie. You know, I'm waiting really to see the next episode, the next... You know, so I'm not just doing these episodes and stuff for everyone who watches' sake. I'm doing it for my sake. You know, it's like, in the future, I want to be able to watch this stuff and see how I played it the first time and how I reacted to it the first time. So, let's see. Redwald. Cutscene, so let's see what he has to say. So, Lord Arterial, or Mistress Menethil, full glad I am to see you both hale and healthy. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury. I believe we have made great strides toward purging these lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father and the Holy See. As will I, Lord Arterial. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Fortemps could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest. We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Mistress Menethil have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for your hospitality. Awesome. So let's talk again to Arterial at the Fortemps Manor right there. So we need to basically now return to Ishgard. So let's see. Foundation. Let's go to Foundation. The Holy See of Ishgard. Nice, nice, nice. So let's go back to the pillars to here, I guess, onwards and upwards. So, no, actually, no, I take that back. That's for the other quest. So, for this, for Fortemps Manor, I need to go to the last vigil. I need to remember that. You know, we're still new, still the first day, but I need to remember where... So, the last vigil is where we go when we want to go back to Fortemps' house. Okay, here we go. House Fortemps. Let's go inside. Cool, cutscene. So, Mistress Menethil, I would speak plain. From the first, I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumours have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surrounding you beg a belief. But Hirschfont sworn that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant your patronage. And he duly listened, because for all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's sole indiscretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him, and to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmead, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone, an onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, the saviour of Eorzea, honoured guest of House Fortemps, my comrade in arms, Hirschfont's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly Hirschfont had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks mine own weakness, but I will not doubt you again, Mistress Menethil. On that you have my word. Thank you, kind sir. Okay, we're going to take the piety, because that's the most valuable. Cool, so that's the first brothers storyline done. So let's now go to the second one. And we get to explore another zone, the Sea of Clouds. I love the music. It's so great. Whee! Splat. Like I said, the dream to see this game running in 4K on DirectX 11. That is the dream I'm working towards. Every essence of my being and soul will be towards that goal. Okay, airship ticketer. So, are you ready to depart, madam? The airship bound to Camp Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. Yes. Okay, another new zone. Abalathia's Spine, the Sea of Clouds. It's a bunch of floating islands, which is cool.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Cid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the Sea of Clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
Yeah, I would be very happy too exploring a new zone like that. Awesome. So let's talk to Emanelaine. A hero standing in front of you, sir. Stand at attention. There you go. So, awfully cold up here. I mean, Corvus may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it's positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong silent persona all the time, you know. Never mind, we need to find Lady Lani 8. She is in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. Okay, let's go. So, we're going to talk to the Chocobo Keep. You just have to talk to him once. Let's as well attune ourselves to the 8th rite, seeing it's the first visit here. Awesome. Let's go. Let's look for Lanietta. Can we jump off this cliff? Yep. Let's not die. You don't die from fall damage as long as you're not in combat. If you do a fall like that and you're in combat, yeah, you will die. Let's see, let's see. Awesome. So, Mistress Menethil, welcome. I am Sir Lionetta de Halienot, commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt, you see, and we shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francil would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I have been unable to seek you out. But by grace of Halone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's saviour in person, and to call upon her generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I would have done to deserve this double blessing. Ahem. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, my lady Lanetta. You cut an elegant figure as always. A steel-clad rose, equally at home on a battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord Emmanuelen, if it's not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Mistress Menethil. So, Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, you may have noticed it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman and I will show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Mistress Menethil. Okay, let's complete. Awesome. So we are level 51, which is great. Let's see, do we have any additional attribute points? Yes, we do. So I'm going to put it into... Let's see if we get 10 more. So whatever, I'm going to just keep putting them into Vitality. Maybe later I'll switch them to be towards Strength for something. So the next quest is called an Indispensable Ally. So Lady Lynette knows all too well what must be done to ensure that your time spent in Cloudtop is not for nothing. While I understand Count Edmund's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment, speak with his manservant in private. Make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Imanlian from shirking his duty. Okay, let's do that. So, a request from Leanne Nate. Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here a few yards away. Oh, never mind. What is it? So, a mission of paramount importance. Keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. Roam about and keep an eye out for anything unusual. Okay, let's do the first one. A mission? Yes, yes, of course. That is why I'm here. I shall do as my lady asks. Cool. So, let's talk to Honor Roll. So, Mistress Manifold, I do not believe I have promptly introduced myself. My name is Honoroit, and I serve at the pleasure of Lord Imanilane. Lady Lyanetta would have me accompany Lord Emmeline on his mission. I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Awesome. So let's now talk to her again. So, were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I expect you had to humour your fair share of difficult men before. Okay, so let's again take ninja stuff. Complete. So here she is. So Lady Leonette is eager to get to more important business, and the quest is called Meeting the Neighbours. So now that Imanliane is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was a peace between our peoples for half a year, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitude towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Mariel. She could use your assistance. Okay, let's go. The quest down here, bargaining chip. Oh, we'll look at that in a bit. Or do we have to go up there? Okay, let's talk to her. So, Mistress Manifold, I presume. Lady Leonette told me you were coming. I hear tell you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating isles. I say birdman, but they're not at all like the Ixal, unless that Ixal's mother was a gigass. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, kill and drive them away. Okay, so where are we going on the map? Jeez, how big is this? These zones are so huge, it's ridiculous. Okay, here's the destination. Seems simple enough. That's the first location done. Moving on. Standing watch. So you steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. Okay. So yeah, this is beautiful, these new zones, that's for sure. Cool. So let's attack these. I guess what's kind of sad is that if these quests randomly give me a 115 weapon, that weapon will actually be higher eye level than what I'm using right now. That's all done. So, let's go back. So, it's not too far of a run. It's just an excuse to run around and get used to the zone a bit more. Okay, we're back. And here she is. Let's talk to her. So, finished with the patrol. Anything to report? So I can't see her. There's too many people. So maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Halloan has blessed us with a mighty ally. So let's take the healer stuff again, complete. So here she is again. The quest is called Sense of Urgency, An undisciplined unit is a unit ripe for destruction, as Sir Mariel knows. Accepting your recent clashes with the Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even were the Holy See to come under Dravanian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, Mistress Manifold, this is where ambition comes to die. If you haven't aspirations for advancement, you be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stroke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. Okay, let's psych them up. Okay. Nope, we went completely the wrong way. So, is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? You had me fooled there for a moment, old girl. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realise how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Leonette will give me a grand mission as befits my station. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So we are going here and then here. Okay, let's go east first and then north. So, is there anything fluffier than a cloud? Okay. So, what is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, why not? After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. And off we go. So, ye gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I will make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of miles away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it, thank you very much. Okay, let's go back and talk to Mariel. So, many facts, Mistress Menethil. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behaviour. Beg your pardon, Lord Emmanuel said what? Well, I have no doubt that Lady Leonette will do her utmost to oblige him. Okay, so what can we take next? This is 115 gear, so Dragoon Monk. Again, let's take Ninja. That's complete. Next quest is called Hope Springs Eternal. So Sir Mariel fears what might come of Lord Emmanuel's newfound ambition. So let's accept. So if Lord Emmanuel is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Lionette will want you to accompany him. You might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. And back we go. Okay, here's Leonette. Mistress Menethil, Lord Emmanuel has just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for this epiphany, sorry. Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Yep. Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop. As there are no underground sources we can tap with wells. However, there is a unique variety of crystal we have recently discovered which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vor Sion Siran, to the east of here. I would have you and Emmanuelian bring one back to us. You may have to contend with feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention Vanu scouts ranging from their nearby settlement. Of course, that pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained, but you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck and be safe. Okay. Oh. So, here he is. Let's talk to him. So, Lady Leonette told you to tell me about my mission once again? If I didn't know any better, I swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? So, a vital mission on the success of which the very survival of Camp Cloudtop rests, the procurement of portable water, go and fetch a spring crystal from the floating lakes to the east with me. You're not making this sound terribly appealing. Still, I shall be glad to have you along. Come along then. Yeah, I didn't want to exaggerate. You know, it's like, oh my god, the camp will, die if you don't get them water. I don't think anyone would be convinced by that. Okay, so we need to go here. I can't wait to fly, that's for sure. So, let's go, let's do this. Okay, almost there. Wow. Well, there's water here, so water means fishing at some point. So this is Vor Sand Siren of Legend. An area of Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know, why don't you and I make a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. Honoroid shall judge our entries on size, purity, and say aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. Oh, jeez. We have a big area to search. don't have time for this fate. Okay, I discover a new location. A big location. Okay, I think it's over here. Yep, here's the spring crystal. So this water crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Leonette. Perhaps you should inspect another. At least we know now what we're looking for. So this water crystal does not appear to exhibit the properties described by Lady Leonette. Perhaps you should inspect another. Okay, we'll try this one, then we'll try that one over there, if need be. So this crystal appears to be secreting a steady stream of water. Perhaps it is the spring crystal Lady Leonette seeks. Okay, so let's deliver the crystal to Honoroy. So let's go. We have a decent run ahead of us. So as I say, I will read out every word of every single quest because I want to just enjoy the game I'm paying for, you know, as I get the absolute maximum out of my subscription. You know, I'm reading the quest text and doing everything in the story for the same reason why when I watch a movie I don't fast forward it to the end. So a lot of times it's about the journey, not about the ending. Okay, and almost there. Okay, here is Honoroy. So, Mistress Menethil, have you brought your entry for the contest? So let's hand over the Spring Crystal. A crystal so aspected to water that it feels wet to touch. My understandings of such things is limited, but I can say this truly be used to draw moisture from air like water from a pump. Fascinating. Okay, so let's take the healer boots. Complete. Here's Honoroy again. So the next quest is called A Series of Unfortunate Events. Honoroy is more than a little concerned for Lord Emanuelen's well-being. So Lord Emanuelen has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him while you were searching for your crystal? No? Oh dear. Mayhap I'm worrying about nothing, but I ask that you assist me in looking for him. Mistress Menethil, we shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southern area of Vorsi and Siren as swiftly as you are able, and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell, madam, and good luck. Okay, so we need to go back to where we were. Cool. So, I don't think there's too much longer left to finish helping the second brother, and then we go back to town. Once we finish this quest line for helping the second brother, then that will be the end of the episode. I don't want any episode to drag on too long. you know, I don't want to make some 20-hour episode of the story, so I'll try and keep them as close to an hour as I can. Okay, here's the destination. So this, you survey the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of Emmanuel. Okay, next location. Lot of fates going on. Okay, here's the next destination. Ah, cutscene. So, Mistress Menethil, Lord Imalaine, has been taken by the Vanu. They had my lord surrounded, a whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly. Okay, so we're going there. Curious what that location is, but I guess I'll go there later. It's nothing urgent. I'm still doing my best to not be distracted. So, duty calls. Commence battle, a series of unfortunate events. If your level is above 52, it will be synced. So the Vanu must have taken him to that village, mayhap to present to their chieftain. I will make haste to Camp Cloudtop and tell Lady Leonette what has happened. Yet, by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Mistress Menethil, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Emmanuel in my absence, I beg you take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous and insensitive and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. So let's do this. So we switch to Sword of to make this a bit quicker. This sort of deals an additional damage with potency of 50. Nice. To each auto attack. So each auto attack is doing a 50 potency more. Wrecked. So let's see. Cool. Next one. Come on, come on. Awesome. Moving on. We're just clearing all these out. Cool. So, by the Fury, you're not going to eat me, are you? That's not what you do to prisoners, is it? Mithrie, Mithrie, I'm over here. And there's the chief. So, Netherlings come and free prisoner. Spread word. Okay, so we're basically going to just kill these ASAP. All you need. Okay, let's just kill this. Let's get him out of here. Nice. So protect Himalayan and escape Vanu stronghold. Let's do this. Come on. Okay, let's kill them as quickly as we can. Nice, nice, nice. Keep going, keep going. Are they literally going and trying to kill every single one? Well, this does take quite a while, this fight. At least we're getting experience for each mob. Where did the other ones go? Might have to sprint back. Yep. I'm too beautiful to die, eh? Come on, this escape takes way too long. Finally.
Reinforcements. Anger of Honu, Chief of Mighty Vondo, Royals like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells, and he comes.
Eek.
The White! Mighty Bismarck! Lord of the Mists! A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal! We must away! Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
All aboard!
There is Sid to the rescue. Good old Sid. That was a good jump. Almost. Eek. Okay, so let's talk now to Mr. Sid Garland. So, the gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No need for thanks, though. It's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. Alright, more than a few. Twiz, but blind chance have brought us together this time. In case you were wondering, the Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with the creation of the Protector. Apparently they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days before with an Ishgardian lording in tow. A small world, I thought, just as said lordling's manservant skittered into view, babbling about his master having been captured and you risking all to rescue him, and the rest, as they say, is history. Right, well, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend, we'll speak again soon, I promise. Cool, that's complete. Nice. So, again, let's talk to Emanuelaine. So, I think we're at the end now of the two brothers' quest lines, so let's just get it done before the episode ends. So, Lord Emanuel appears to be rather pleased with himself. I'd say strength, vitality, dexterity. Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know. Me, dead. On the other hand, my risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal, and that, oh girl, is no small feat. I have an historic discovery, a fact even Lady Leonette will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes, I am rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return? Okay, so let's do that then. Where are we? Oh, we're there, so we need to run there. Nice and sunny day here at Cloudtop. So can't jump that way. I might want to think twice before jumping off a impossibly high cliff. Cool. So let's run. Okay, almost there. Let's talk to Leonette. So, praise alone, I feared the worst. What happened out there? A primal? Are you sure? Yeah, now that I think of it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of Vanu legend, a massive creature said to swim in the Sea of Clouds. From what I have learned from comparable summonings, the presence of Vanu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in their behavior towards the people of Camp Cloudtop. You mean to say that they have fallen under the Primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphanode. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Leonette? A little recognition for the hero of the hour? A few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on? Why yes, you are right, of course. Mistress Menethil deserves all that and more for having risked her life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there is naught else to discuss, I will depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, Mistress Menethil, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Hirschfon, and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then? No more forays into enemy territory? Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Leonette. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. So, all's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing, then. We can speak on the journey home. Cool. So let's go back to Ishgard. To the pillars. So let's just go straight back to the foundation at least. And then we will teleport to the astrologians, or however you want to pronounce it, home. Here it is. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I confess, I have always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Aymeric of all that has occurred. Manelane should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? Cool. So let's go back to Four Temps Manor, which is right there. We're going to teleport to the last vigil to get there quicker. Nice. So let's go in. Okay, here is Manelane. Oh, it's you, Mithrie. God, did you have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? Okay, so let's take the Vitality Materia. Okay, so we've now helped, or finished helping both brothers. So I think that's a good time to end this episode for the 3.0 main scenario. So we will continue in the next one, and we'll see what else we get to do. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me. And goodbye from Mithrie.